How's it going? Welcome to Live from the Lesson Studio tonight. What we're going to do today is take a look at some stuff with the CAGED system. I've talked about the CAGED system a ton on this channel, and there's an entire whole ecosystem of lessons on CAGED on the channel. What we're going to do here is take a look at like a C chord, a G chord, A minor, and then F. It's about the simplest progression you could ever play, right? Probably 1,000 songs, a million songs that have the same progression. Okay, so if we were trapped with just that forever, that's great. If you just want to strum chords for a lifetime, that's cool. But what if you wanted to do more than just that? You know, if you wrote a song and you were looking for something to do with those chords, and that's what you wanted to play for your song, you know. I like chicken nuggets, and whatever you're singing about, it's a very basic song. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how we can spice this up a little bit. Chicken nuggets. So if we play the C chord, what we're going to do is we're going to run this through the CAGED system. If you don't know the CAGED system, take a look here on the channel. There's the first video in the series on CAGED. It will describe how this whole thing works, and you can follow through the different videos throughout the lessons to learn how to put it all together. If I look at a C chord, there's 5 basic forms in guitar of chords. So you have a C chord, an A chord, a G, an E, and a D. Hence the word CAGED. C, A, G, E, and D. We also have E minor, A minor, and D minor. It'd be actually A minor first, C, A, G, E, and D. C minor is weird. Kind of sounds like Moonlight Sonata. I've only used that kind of once professionally. And G minor is a bit weird too. G minor is like that. So G minor and C minor, we don't play those very often in the open position, so they're not usually taught right off the bat. Here's how this works. If we play C, A, G, E, and D, that's 5 out of 12 notes in the circle of fifths. Therefore, for example, if I play F sharp, I have to play that with a bar because it doesn't exist with the open strings, and that's where the CAGED system comes into play. Not to say you can't play C further up the neck as well, but for chords like F sharp or even like, I don't know, G sharp or A flat or A sharp or B flat, we have to play the CAGED system to play those up the neck because they don't exist with open strings in the first position, at least not in a normal way. So for example, if I play C, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play C, and I'm going to follow through the octaves. Of the C notes. Those are all C notes of the guitar. And kind of what's going to happen is it's going to spell out the word CAGED. Check it out. There's a C. And if I go like this is a C chord like this. If I go here like this, that's an A form. So it's the C form to the A form next. Now, well, here's the magic of this thing. Not only do we have 5 forms, C, A, G, E, and D for CAGED, but we also have 5 forms moving up the neck that spell out the word CAGED. C, A, G, E, and D. Now this is about as handy as anything in the world could ever be. It's kind of magical. There's 5 forms for CAGED, but they spell CAGED as you go up the neck. And I mean, every time I talk about it, it just gives me chills. It's crazy because it's like kind of a perfect situation. Okay, so we also have minor chords too. You can learn the minor chords on the channel. There's a bunch of videos about the CAGED system. One of the videos will get into how the minor chords work up the neck. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at these progressions. So if we're playing C, G, A minor, and F, and that's our song. Now, if you're Bob Dylan, you're cool with that. That's your song. Hey, baby, it's been a long time. It's nice to see you, baby. I mean, like some silly little song he would write. And that's all he would do. He would just take it that far. That's cool. But what if we want to go a lot further than just those basic chords, right? So one of the very first things we can do is we can do the CAGED system. We can go C up to here, to here, here, and here. And then we look at the G chords. There's G there, G, G. These are all G chords. A minor, like I said, the minor forms are on the channel over there. You can find all those videos. Here's A minor, and there's F. So I've done all the C's. And the G's. A minors. And the F's. Okay, so then the next logical thing would be to stack them. C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, and F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, and F. Now I can play the song across the entire guitar neck. Okay, so once you can do that, then you're just thinking to yourself, okay, so I've got these chords and I'm playing the song, but what if I want to make it even better than just that, right? So the next thing we can do is we can start kind of manipulating some notes moving through the chords. I could do something like this. Moving the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do. If you don't know your major scale patterns yet, there's a video on the channel right here which will show you the 7 major scale patterns, and it's important to learn those across the entire guitar neck also, because those scales will coincide with these chords and they work together systematically to make this whole thing function together. You have the major scale, and you have these chords, and you can move the notes through the chords. It's kind of how Western music works. It's a combination of chords and scales. The scales move through the chords. So I could do something like, doing everything on the B string at the moment. That's kind of cool. That's actually a F with a sharp 11. It's a Lydian note, that's kind of cool. So continuing that same philosophy up the neck, I could go, adding the sus note there, I could do G here. Sus is there, A minor to 9, F, major 7 to the 6th. That's kind of nice. So now I have oops, like this. Every time I'm doing this, I'm moving scale through the chords. F. So what you're doing then is you're taking this really basic Bob Dylan-y type song, and now you're moving it across the entire guitar neck and creating what I call a little guitar symphony. So you can come up with a melody. Let's say our melody is. I like that, right? So if I go. Let's do this again. So I create a melody there. I'm playing a melody. So I'm playing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. To that chord, then here, same scale. Or I could actually use the kind of like the F sharp if I wanted to also to create that Lydian sound. The F sharp, the 7 of the G chord is the sharp 4 of the C chord. That sounds kind of cool too. So I could go like, I could go like. I'm creating this through all those chords. It's just C, G, A minor, F, through the CAGED system. So you can live on the lesson channel over there and learn the CAGED system cold, because there's a ton of lessons on the CAGED system. Go through them all through systematically and learn how to do all these chord voicings. And I'll go do do do. scale patterns coinciding with the CAGED system, and you kind of that's actually, I keep playing that note. It's a major 7. On the G, I like that. F natural is related to the C, but I kind of like that sound, so I can go. So I'm fishing for sounds now. Ooh, that's nice. B flat. Sounds like an Elton John key chord change kind of there. It's a passing chord. I like that. So work on the CAGED forms, learn up the entire guitar neck, and then work on your major scale patterns and learn those of the entire guitar neck. And then you sort of combine the two of those together and start creating some melodic stuff happening here. Now when you play these add 9, 6, and sus chords, you can play them as moving notes. Or you can play them as fixed chords. So instead of playing C, I can simply just go for that chord. So I can go like a, that's kind of weird sound. It's different though, maybe like a, it's kind of nice. You end up with these really nice kind of haunting sounds that you wouldn't necessarily have unless you kind of explored going through these different forms. It's so much better than just being limited. There's nothing wrong with strumming chords. You know, Taylor Swift has a lot more money than I do, trust me. But there comes a time where you want to start to be able to explore across the guitar neck with these. So you learn your CAGED forms, C, A, that's just C to G to A minor to F, and then I make some adjustments. I do a C6 to like a G add 9, a shared note, maybe like an A minor 9, A minor add 9, to like an F sus. Such a cool sound. I can go. So this really is helpful for me when I'm playing a gig and I'm with a wedding band or just cover songs, right? And you don't want to just strum these chords for the rest of time, and you get kind of, I'm not going to say bored, but you want to try something new. You want to try something different. So what you do is experiment with these sounds, and you can play a basic song that you already know. Like there's a video about Brown Eyed Girl. I was doing this with Brown Eyed Girl. I was moving the CAGED system through Brown Eyed Girl. You can do this with literally any song you want to, and it's sort of like learning to play without having to be reliant upon a capo. I don't know where my capo is. I was going to use it at a gig on Saturday, and I totally lost it. No idea, so I just kind of shifted gears and played a different song. Did a Jimmy Buffett song. Jimmy Buffett just passed away, but I couldn't find my capo, which I needed to do. But if I don't have the capo, I can get away with kind of just using my fingers to do all this stuff, right? So if you look at a song like that's capo, there's a clamp on that the whole time. However, we don't need to use the capo. If you can learn to do this, you can be free of the capo forever. You're not reliant upon the capo. You can just move it everywhere freely. And play your C chord, then your G chord. You can just anywhere you want to do it. Complete freedom. A minor, F. You can create your own kind of, any tune you want to. You can just... there's this tune right there. So remember, we started with Bob Dylan. I like ice cream sandwiches in the morning time with my baby while we drink a bottle of cheap-ass wine. My students know that I always just make up random songs, so sorry for that. It's kind of how I think about chords. I make up some nonsense lyrics, and then it helps me to kind of see what the song would sound like if it was actually strummed to something. And then the next level would be to take those chords and move them up the neck through the CAGED system. And there's something I do called uncaged too. I've not done a video yet on uncaged. The idea of uncaged is the CAGED system with open strings involved. So I can do a C here and go. 1 second, something's going on right there. So I can do like uncaged like this. I can play a C chord here like this. I have some open strings involved. I'll do a bunch of videos on uncaged at some point. Here's a C with some open strings. G with some open strings. A minor with some open strings. F some open strings. That's always a beautiful sound. So hopefully that's some ideas of what you can start to do with your moving your CAGED chords at the neck. Tons of videos on the channel over there to check those out. All right, thanks so much for hanging out. See you next time.